Hi, y'all. Good morning. Happy Friday, y'all. I am so excited to have a special guest in the office with me. She is also a REMAX Premier real estate agent. But today we're going to talk about different ways to invest in real estate. So we talk about in my previous shows, we talked about it a little bit, but we're going to dig a little deeper this week, y'all. So help me welcome Miss Jessica. She is a true server at heart. She is actually a native Atlantean as well. I had another Atlantean here too, but she is actually originally from Atlanta. She graduated from Kennesaw State University, and she has a desire to help people, just like she's going to help you guys today. And she found that sales and customer service was her passion. When asked about her motivation to help clients, she commented, I get a chance to help people develop wealth and achieve their personal goals. The more you help someone get what they want, by default, you will be rewarded accordingly. My satisfaction comes from the lifelong changes and generational cycles that can be broken by promoting wealth through home ownership. So help me welcome Miss Jessica, y'all.
Yes, yes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me. Much appreciated.
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much for agreeing to talk to the people today. So today I want to just first start off by telling us I love your bio already, but what tell me a little bit more about yourself, Jessica. Like what does your day-to-day look like? And what is something special that the people may not know from this bio as well?
Okay. Day to day, real estate, helping people. So making a few phone calls, checking in on my current and potential buyers or sellers. Um, Pretty much just looking at the market, seeing what's going on, how I can help people, um, and touring homes on a
Okay.
day-to-day basis. Yeah.
And what's something special that you've been training for that people may not know that you love?
Off the record. I am going to be doing yoga.
Yay!
Yes, and I'm going to pretty much tie in real estate networking events that way. Health and wellness always ties into financial wellness. Just overall. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. It'll be your ATL yogi.
I love it. I love it. So she is combining health and wealth, y'all. So that is so important. So we're just gonna jump on in. I just want to ask Jessica a few questions. If you guys want to call in and ask her some questions as well, feel free to call at 404-361-1571. And I just want to find out from you, what are some different ways to invest in real estate?
You have traditional investing. Buying a home in general is a huge investment. So that's one way to invest in yourself and your family and your future, by gaining equity throughout your progress, or excuse me, the process of having a home. And then, of course, if you are looking to make some residual income or maybe make a career out of it, you can invest in purchasing homes, uh, single family homes, multi units. You can do short term rentals, long term rentals, things of that nature. So I would say maybe like Airbnb, that's more of a short term rental, or VRBO. That falls in lines with the short term rental. And then, of course, the standard long term rental is just a traditional person that is looking to rent a home, maybe 12 months, 24 months, something along those lines. And then, of course, we have also other ways, newer ways to invest. I would say more of like a pad split
Okay.
opportunity. We can talk about that a little bit more.
Okay, I definitely want to dig a little bit more. What exactly is pad split?
So pad split was created um, in a response to the affordable housing crisis. It is a way that investors or homeowners can make some money by creating individual rooms in a home through this platform. And then it's actually a membership, so the members have an opportunity to find a room and rent that individual room on a weekly basis. Um, so they won't necessarily have to pay all those additional fees that comes along with a Airbnb or maybe a VRBO. Um, and it just works. It works better for a lot of different, I would say, maybe lower income people, day to day wage workers. It's a really good fit to help those that may not be able to afford these really extreme prices in the rental market right now.
Okay, so like, who would be like the ideal person that would rent, that would be a good fit for pad split?
Um, Someone that, well, travelers, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
People that travel often, that'll be a good way to rent. You may be in town and looking to have a stay for a week, but you don't need the whole space, so you
Mm-hmm.
just want to rent a room at a low cost. Maybe a wage worker, hourly worker, that may be finding it hard to find somewhere to live due to credit score, or maybe again the increased prices in the market range right now. Um, yeah, I would say those are some good opportunities for people in that realm.
Okay. And then how about like on the investing side? So like as far as like if I wanted to be a part of the pad split, so I can do it from my own home. Do I have to purchase a home necessarily for that? Like how does that part work if I want to be an investor?
Yeah, so if you are interested in a pad split, yes, you would definitely have to purchase a home. Oftentimes, people will convert those homes to have maybe 6 rooms, 6 to 10 rooms, depending on what you're looking to gain out of the opportunity. But around 6 rooms per home is probably the sweet point. 6 to 7 rooms,
Okay.
and the income that can be generated from it is more than likely, especially in the Atlanta market, it's going to be sometimes twice, 3 times more than a traditional rental.
Mm.
With that one rental person or that one family that's renting the home, um, I would say depending on where you are, somewhere between 2 3,000 up to 4,000 in some areas. Um, but you're now having 7 or 8 people, sometimes 9 or 10 people paying on a weekly basis, and those
Mm.
those that adds up very quickly.
Oh
Um,
wow. Yeah, that's a really cool. I've never used pad split before. I usually always use Airbnb when I travel. So Airbnb was started because they wanted to give the people who need somewhere to stay but want to stay together. So they want to stay in a house together. They want to, vacation together basically. But it sounds like with pad split, you're looking like sometimes could be long term. If you have like a traveling nurse, like you mentioned, if you have someone that just can't afford the traditional rents right now, because right now I have listings for rentals. They're ranging from like $2,000 to $3,000 a month.
mhm.
So, what is like the average per room cost on this pad split?
Well, I would say it's anywhere between, I would say probably 150 a week up to, depending on if it's a private room, you have your own
Okay.
bathroom, and
Mm-hmm.
depending on the space, it could be 300, somewhere
Okay.
along those lines.
Right. So
And you,
somebody who's like trying to get their feet wet and have their own place, pad split spout sounds like something that would be
yes,
very affordable
yes.
for them.
So I've heard stories of people that are looking to fix their credit scores and they're not interested in putting a lot of money or time or energy into finding, a traditional space to rent. And they just say, I'm going to use a pad split until I can get into a position to where I feel more comfortable, you know, moving forward with the traditional aspect. Or there's also people, again, like I said, that travel. That's a good opportunity for them. People that are looking to purchase a home, they just want to save money.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good opportunity for those people as well. So you have options.
Yeah, it sounds actually really cool, because we are, Atlanta especially, is definitely under a housing crisis when it comes to people being able to afford, a place to stay. So is this just in Atlanta, or how big is this?
Oh no, they're expanding. Passport is definitely expanding. Atlanta is the hot market because it was created here in Atlanta, but they do offer other states. Other states are definitely picking up the idea of pad splits. One of the representatives that I work with, she obviously goes around and talks about it a lot. So if you are interested and you want some more information, definitely call in. We can get you that info for the next in-person meeting.
Okay, so Jessica, tell us your direct number if they are interested in possibly getting, either investing in pad split or if someone needs a place to stay. What's the number that they could contact you directly?
Oh, yes. My number is 404-348-3461. And my email, if you prefer that, is jessyouratlrealtor1@gmail.com. So it's JESSYOURATLREALTOR1@gmail.com.
Awesome. And you can also call in. We're here for about 15 more minutes or so at 404-361-1571. And I want to shout out Miss Ann Lewis. She is watching live on my Facebook. So, hey, thank you for joining. And so I'm going to keep picking your brain to help some of my followers or listeners listen to see what actually resonates with them, right? So what other type of investing can you do in real estate?
So I'm working with quite a few investors right now that are doing buying and flipping, or you can also buy and hold. It really just depends on what that person is looking for. But buying and flipping, that process looks like we're going out, we're finding a home, we're making sure that the home fits within the range of, is it going to be a small renovation? Is it going to be a full tear down? Is it going to be, how much money are you looking to put into this project? Will your profits be in line of what you're looking for? I like to reverse it oftentimes just to start where what they're looking to make, and then we can back it on down to find the house that's within range. And of course, taking into factors how much money will need to be put into this home to get it to where it needs to be. And then, of course, you can just either keep it, rent it out, or sell it at market price. So that's another good way to definitely provide some income.
Okay. So give us an example of a time that you were working with an investor and what type of profits that this investor made, doing a house flip.
Okay. Let's see. That's a good one. So one, I have one investor that I'm working with. They're not necessarily, they prefer the smaller projects. Well, that's depending on how you think of it. But they were looking to put in maybe about $200,000, no more than, to purchase a home, no more than $50K to renovate the home, and then they sold it for $340,000. So
nice.
It could be somewhere between a 30-40 split, depending on the way that the market is set up and the homes around it, the comps, that what we call comps, are selling for.
Okay. Yeah, because I recently had a client of mine, actually last year. He purchased a home and he thought that he was going to be moving from Florida to Atlanta. So he purchased a home, got a really good deal on the home. It was only $100,000 house. And y'all know, $100,000 house, it needed some work. Because there's not a lot of $100,000 houses that don't need a little something. So this house was actually really nice. But he was like, you know what? I want a garage. It didn't have a garage because they converted the garage into, I guess, the guy's man cave. And so he was like, I want a garage. He wanted this. He wanted that because he wanted to live in the house. And so I was like, okay, cool. He brought the house. He started, working on the house. And then a couple of months later, he called me. He was like, I think I want to sell it. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, it's good, because I enjoyed working with him, but he invested so much money into this house because he thought he was going to live there. So he had put on a garage. He put all new appliances, new floors. I mean, it was beautiful, but the amount of money that he spent, he was not going to get the equity that he thought because, originally he was going to live there. So that's something to think about. Like, if you're going to invest in property, if you're working with an agent, especially, let them know up front what you're going to do so we can guide you correctly. So if he would have told me that, it's a possibility I may sell it, I would not have told him to do all of that work that he did.
Absolutely.
I mean, converting a garage, it's not that much money, but it's some money. New floors, all new appliances, like these things cost. So, it's good to work with an agent, a realtor who knows, like, these are the things that you're going to need to think about if you're going to invest, because our goal is for you to make money as well. Like,
Yes.
You only make $2, you're not going to come back to us. You know what I mean? So we want you to be profitable as well. So like she said, she asks her clients, how much money do you want to make? So that way, when we go to look at these houses and it needs more work than that, we can say, this may not be the one. Yeah, this may not be the one. You're not going to make the money that you would want to make. Now, keep in mind that some people are okay with, breaking even at first because they're kind of just getting their feet wet and things like that. But we don't want that to be a consistent thing,
Right.
So when we come back from the break, we are going to dig deeper into more investing opportunities, y'all. Be back in shortly. Y'all, that's my song, y'all. I hope y'all was jamming with us too. We was jamming. Yeah. Getting it. All right, y'all. So before we end the show, we definitely want to talk about like some tips and tricks if you are looking to invest into property. So I'm going to have Jessica give her information again.
Okay, if you are looking to get in contact with me, you can give me a call or shoot me a text at 404-348-3461, 404-348-3461. And my email address is jessyouratlrealtor1@gmail.com. So JESSYOURATLREALTOR1@gmail.com.
Awesome. And we are here for a few more minutes, so you can call us at 404-361-1571 if you want to be live on the air and ask us a question. We're here for y'all. So I want to, like I said, give some tips and tricks about investing. So we want to dig a little bit deeper about things to think about if you're going to invest long term. So long term means like you're looking to buy a property and you want to rent it out to someone and you want them to stay in that property for 12 months or more. So let me give you a fun fact. Right now, there are some property management companies who own over 50 properties that they rent out. When I tell you the prices are between $2,000 and $3,000 a month for these homes, and they own it free and clear, so they are making bank on top of bank. But if we ain't got it like that yet, we getting there though.
We're working on it.
But if you are looking to start the process of owning a real estate portfolio, these are some ways to start it by investing long term. So Jessica's going to talk a little bit about some things to think about if you're looking to rent long term, if you're looking to invest long term with clients.
Yes. So for one, obviously the first and foremost, we're going to talk about a little bit of financing and making sure that the financing is the right type of financing for you. What you don't want to do is be in the hole. You're going to find a home that is reasonable within range of, what you can afford and obviously what is going to make you some money. And things to consider in that are management fees. Unless you're managing yourself, you're going to have to find someone to manage the home. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. And a lot of patience. A lot of patience in order to properly manage a home. But on the investor side, some things to think about are, the maintenance. That's going to be a major portion of having a long-term rental. You want to make sure that the home is livable and up to standard, up to code. Your tenants should be comfortable in the house. you don't want to be that landlord. At least I preach to people, don't be that
Yeah,
don't be
don't be a
that
slumlord.
don't be that person. But yeah, some ways that you can do that. You can do multifamily homes. You can do a single family home. People are even doing tiny homes. You know, you're creating tiny homes and then you're offering those out um, as an opportunity for someone to live in. So you have options here again, or even condos. The best way to do it, if you're thinking about either a condo or a townhome, is to find a home that's not within the HOA community, because a lot of those communities have
Restrictions.
a lot of different restrictions on how many people can, stay in the home, or if you're going to be renting it out. So a non-HOA community would be best. Let's see. What was the other question?
So yeah, so we also want to talk about a little bit with, if you're looking for short term, some things that you should consider as far as, how much, time and energy that it could eventually essentially take.
Short-term rentals for like an Airbnb, you got to think about, you know, the cleaning fees, how often these people are going to be there. However, you do get a higher profit margin for a short-term rental, depending on the area. You know, especially if it's a vacation area or a high-end tourist area, it is likely that you are going to have a lot more traffic coming through that home, which also means that the maintenance is going to be higher, and also the fees are likely going to be higher dealing with those type of incidents. But it is worth it. I have my own in Atlanta, especially during like football season, or it's just a hot area in Atlanta, so it's a good opportunity to invest. There's a lot of major companies that are coming here, a lot of people that are traveling here for work, so it's a profitable business to be in. I do like to do a little bit of background checks because, we all heard those horror stories.
Absolutely.
I've had my own people that are trying to claim the home to be theirs after moving in for a short period of time.
Wow, squatters.
Thankfully, we have laws in place to protect the homeowners now. But those are some things to think about, for sure.
Yep. And for those of you who are looking to invest who already have homes, keep in mind that if you are going to finance, you're putting a little bit more down than when you would purchase your first home or purchase a home that you would actually live in. So you're looking at between 15 and 25% down as far as what you would have to put down, as opposed to if you were actually, a first time home buyer or going to be owner occupied, you're looking at between 3 and 5%. So that is a big difference that you have to kind of think about as well. Like, how am I going to, finance these things? So we're going to be ending soon. You're going to be leaving me. I'm going to be back by myself again. So, but before we go, I just want to, first of all, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. But also, like, what is some final words that you want to leave for the people? If they are looking to invest, if they are like ready but just don't know where to start, what is some words of encouragement?
I would say you gotta just do it. You gotta just do it.
Yes.
If it's been on your mind, if it's been on your heart, there's no harm in getting additional information, making sure that you're comfortable, getting the education so you can make the right decisions for you. Another thing that I would say, and it's pretty big on my heart right now, is that you don't have to do it alone. Like, a lot of times people feel like, oh, it's such a huge task to take on, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it. Well, partner up with somebody.
Yeah.
People in the community definitely want to also make money.
Exactly. And joint ventures.
Joint ventures, pull that money together, get the thing started, and then eventually, if you want to be on your own, you can, venture out to be by yourself. And if not, you can always partner with someone and you all can go to the top together.
Absolutely. So once again, thank you, Jessica, for joining the show. We appreciate you, and you did an amazing job. So we thank you so much. And as you guys know, that you can contact me as well. My direct line is 678-849-4734. And for those of you guys who don't want to talk to me on the phone and want to email, it is patricia REID as in David at remax.net. And you can contact me there if you just don't want to hear my lovely voice anymore and you just want to email me. So do that, y'all. So it's been a pleasure talking about investing today. If you have investing questions, just any questions pertaining to real estate, we are here for you. And we hope that you have an amazing rest of the weekend, the rest of the month. Oh my gosh, the month is over, y'all.
Oh, wow.
And next week, we're actually going to have our broker live talking about some things to avoid when investing and giving you some tips and tricks on how to be profitable and learn from other people's mistakes, y'all. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we will talk next week. Happy Friday!
Happy Friday.